Hi, I am just popping in to talk to you a little bit about your cultural autobiography. It is due February 26th, and I just want to give you a few reminders on what I expect. So I am currently on the syllabus page, and that's where you can find details about this assignment. What I'm wanting you to do is really explore your own cultural background, and what that's going to do is help you really look at some different aspects of your own background, which will have a lot to do with your filter or your positionality in terms of how you view other people and how you look at the world and events that are happening. So just as a reminder, here are the things that I am looking for. You're going to talk about class, race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, language, religion, exceptionality, age, and geography. And so these are some things that really sometimes we kind of just sweep over. And I want you to take some time to step back and really reflect on these different pieces of your personal background and how they really influence your positionality or that filter that you use because we all have filters. So your personal filter for viewing the world. Now, I've given you some resources, so I'm glad to talk with you about this assignment. I do want you to look at the resources I've given you first because I'm going to ask you if you've done that. If you call me, because I think these give you a really solid understanding of the assignment. Of course, and always, I'm happy to meet with you and chat with you anytime you need it. Here is a link to a great example. So I would like you to look over that whenever you think about writing your own paper. And also here's a link to a not so great example. So really contrasting the two and thinking about how you frame your paper, I think is important. Also, if you go to the Read Me First section, I'm going to go back to the course home. I always think that's easier. And here we are in the Read Me First section. I have APA requirements, and that just gives you some, you're not going to really be citing anything for this paper, but it does give you an idea in terms of writing style, because I am going to expect you to submit quality writing, and that is true throughout this whole semester, because remember, this is a research course. So really paying attention to punctuation and grammar and things of that nature is important. Whenever you do your academic analysis, these APA requirements these checklists in particular will really help you out, because you will be referencing some things. But that is something you should look at when you write this paper, in addition to those the good example and the not so good example. Or great example. And then I want you to check out the rubric, because you know exactly how I'm going to grade you. This rubric is what I will use when I am grading your paper, and hopefully you think, aha, this looks familiar, because it's linked directly to the assignment. So I have, do you cover all of these different pieces? And this rubric is worth 20 points, which is 20% of the grade, 20% of your overall grade. So it's just falls right in. This is going to be your first major grade of the assignment of the semester. Everything in yellow on your, well, I'm just going to pop over. So make sure that you have checked out this rubric before you submit the paper. So I'm not a surprise person. I'm not a I gotcha person or professor. I want you to be successful. So that's why I've given you all of these resources. I am just going to click back over to the Read Me First and look at that calendar, because I just want to give you a quick reminder. We haven't had any grades entered in the grade book yet, and there's a reason for that. You have 5 grades total: dispositions, cultural autobiography, academic analysis, field work, and field synthesis. So these in green are worth 20% each, and those are where your major grades will be submitted. So, and I always try to do those the week after. So you should expect by or around February 29th to have your grades entered for the cultural autobiography. Now, everything in yellow is not busy work. That falls into your dispositions grade, and so because that is just one grade, I am not able to submit that until the end. But it does count, and it is important that you're posting and you're doing those things. I am actively watching on it. I'm commenting in some places where need comments are made, and I've had some great individual conversations. And from the looks of my survey, I think we will end up having a big class meeting. So I'm really excited about that. As always, email me or give me a call. I'm happy to meet with you anytime you need it. Have a great week.